Hi and very welcome to Dunso Shipping Meet and this series of interviews that I, Adam Berglund, are performing here on stage. I'm a journalist at the Swedish shipping magazine Sjöfartstidningen, and we are an official partner of this venue here. As I said, doing a series of interviews here with interesting people who are participating at this venue. And today I have the pleasure to introduce Pia Berglund from Swedish Shipowners Association. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's start yesterday. It was a very special day, I think, because the Swedish infrastructure minister dropped a big news for
big bomb.
big bomb for the shipping industry.
Yes.
The tonnage tax
Yes.
will come probably around 1st of July 2016. How did you react?
Oh, it was a tremendous relief, and I was just so happy. We've been waiting for 14 years, so I think it's something we really need and something that we've been working hard to get. And many of my member companies, shipowners in Sweden, not least here in Dunso, have struggled a long time to get fair competitions, same conditions as their competitors. So I would say after yesterday, I can finally say that it looks like we now have a good system in Sweden, that you can be in Sweden and you can compete on fair grounds. So we are tremendously happy, very happy.
And what kind of reactions do you get from your from the members?
After this is the third time it's been tried in government, and the two other times we were promised but didn't get it, so it's almost like they can't believe it. Is this true? Will happen? And I have to convince them again and again, yes, this will now happen. We know this is going to happen. So it's been a long waiting, and it has cost us a lot. But one of the things that made me actually equally happy as she gave us this promise is that she was very clear on her ambitions with Swedish shipping. She said Swedish shipping is important in Sweden, it's important for the jobs, for the growth in Sweden. So I think as a sector that was equally important also to get the recognition of the government that we are important for Sweden, not just for ourselves. So I think that message is very well received.
Yeah.
And so far I must say Anna Johansson, the present minister, has give us a two good result this week. So I think she's done a
Both
good job.
The maritime
for
strategy and this tonnage tax.
So far she kept the good job for shipping. So we are very happy.
You're
and
very
looking
happy.
forward, because she will also stay in power for another 2 years. So we have good hopes.
What kind of impact do you hope that the tonnage tax will have?
When we just do a calculation on economic terms, if you just look at it with no decision making, there's a potential growth of 70% if you look at any other country, and that would mean something around 7,000 jobs. And this is a government looking for jobs. Where should we work in the future? And so that's why I was so glad yesterday that she said this is a part of the job package for the government, because that's the way we've been trying to argue this, that this is important to Sweden. We have young people applying to work in the shipping industry, so we don't have that lack that many other countries have. And we have good universities, we have a good research environment. So in the future, this is a really good business for Sweden.
Yeah.
We are good at shipping, and we have the youth wants to come into shipping as well. So it's really nice to hear her herself making that point.
So now the tonnage tax, we say it will come. What more do you think the ship owners want to come to place to be even more competitive?
That's the hard part. That at some point we also need to be content. So we said like 2 days now we will be content and say we're happy.
Yeah.
We have a special system in Sweden because we have in all industry areas we have a tradition of making agreements on between the employees and the unions, and that's something we respect in Sweden, no matter color or party. And meaning that we need always to negotiate with unions. So that's the initiative that we call the blue tax, that we now got the tonnage tax is a joint venture with the unions. So I would say what is needed is to further strengthen that cooperation, because it's really, really important that we together find solutions to be competitive. And so it's not just up to us, we have to do it together.
So you will continue to struggle for the Swedish shipowners?
Yes, of course.
Then talking a little about this Donsö shipping meet, how has the 2 days been?
Oh, it's fantastic. I've never been here before, so when I arrived at the ferry yesterday, it was for the first time, and I heard so much about it beforehand, so I had big expectations, but they exceeded all my expectations. And it's just one word coming to my mind, it's so professional, it's arranged, and the people and the way it's set up, it's just professionalism at the best. And but also keeping the personal touch of it, I would say, that it's still very personal, but it's just a very nice mix. And I think I had some people from the parliament here yesterday visiting, and I think to show this fantastic cluster of Donsö.
How did they react?
They were amazed, and saying this is 24 countries represented here, and shipyards, and the marine industry, and this is what we want to show. This is an industry in itself. It's not just something, we don't just trade goods for others, we are actually an industry, and I think this was just a perfect place to show that, and that is why I was also equally happy that the minister came here yesterday to take part of that big cluster, that we are a big cluster. And
big things are happening in the cluster probably then.
Yes, we hope so.
Thank you very much for joining me, Pia Berglund.
Thank you very much, thank you.
So this was one interview, and if you want to see more interviews, you could just go either to sjöfartstidningen.se or to YouTube and search for Donsö Shipping Meet, where you will find interviews and other kinds of videos. If you want to contact me or with any questions for either me or Pia or any other person, you can find me on Twitter at Adam Sjöfart. So till next time, my name is Adam Bergman. Have a nice day.